All right, welcome to Spick and Mick episode 3. The Spick isn't here because we have the honorary co-Mick, the Elkie.
Hey, I'm actually Polish. Well, no, more Viking.
Right, but we agreed back in high school you're an honorary Mick.
That's true.
So, again, kudos to the Viking, because the Vikings are way cooler than the Poles.
Yeah, I found out recently that I'm more Viking than I am Polish, so I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, that makes sense. You look more Viking than Polish. Got the whole tall, blonde, blue-eyed, kind of Aryan poster boy thing going on.
That's true. I'd be popular in Germany. Anyway, alienated some people.
That's what we do here. Try to be as offensive as possible. Not really. It just happens. We don't try. Can't help it.
Yeah.
So right out of the gate, we're going to go on about talking movies and Netflix and some comic talk and mobile apps and games and compare phones and what have you. But first off, as of about 45 minutes ago, they announced through Hollywood Reporter that Ghostbusters 3 is continuing without Harold Ramis. Brief moment of silence for Harold Ramis. We don't even have to tell you what all he's done and been in. But I didn't even know that Ghostbusters 3 was in progression, did you?
The last I heard of it was Bill Murray was being kind of a dick and being like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, me too. I heard rumblings probably 5 years ago or so that there was going to be a new crop of Ghostbusters, and Ben Stiller was listed. And so, of course, I immediately dropped off from that. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess, reading the brief synopsis, it was a baton passing episode, anyway, or movie. Either way, the 3 original cast were going to show up as a cameo to kind of hand over the proton packs, as it were, to the newbies. So now they're reworking the whole script because Ramis died. If he was only slated for a cameo, I don't know why they have to rework the whole thing.
Yeah, they could just do the whole George Lucas thing and just blue screen him as a ghost. They could capture Remus.
Like that comic meme that's been floating around. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be great.
We have technology. I mean, we can bring Tupac back to life and do a concert. Why can't we bring him back for a cameo?
Right. But thinner and less aged looking.
Well, yeah. Are we talking about Tupac?
Yes. Oh, Tupac, how I miss you. Never actually listened to any of his music, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get back into our wheelhouse.
Yeah. Netflix, actually. This is actually kind of an episode of mini episodes. The whole point of the first few Spick and Mick podcasts is to introduce the separate segments that we're going to be doing throughout however long the show runs. And Spick premiered his anime and video game talk stuff in the previous episode. This one we're doing movies. And part of what the Elkie and I are going to be doing are Netflix reviews.
Netflix?
Netflix. Oh, Netflix.
I think we just made a new porn website.
Go get the URL right now. You got $10,000? Go buy it.
What? No, you can get it from people who don't sponsor you for like $5.
It still sounds like too much hassle.
It is. Somebody will have it and make much money off of it. You're welcome.
Much money, lots of porn.
Yes. My English skills are awesome.
So part of the Netflix segment, actually the entirety of Netflix segment, I'm going to over-enunciate that now, are obviously reviews, because what else would you do for a Netflix segment? You and I have been talking back and forth about House of Cards. I want to binge that show so bad, but
yeah, me too. But I gotta stay behind so I don't get ahead of Deb, because she would lynch me. My wife.
Yeah, that's the worst part of being married, I think, is the having to watch shows at the same time.
Oh, you should try playing a video game where it's single player. I had to go in the other room while she played BioShock. Because I didn't want to have it spoiled for me either.
You couldn't just sit there and watch her?
No, the storyline for Bioshock Infinite is amazing, and I didn't want to ruin it for myself.
I miss video games.
They're fun.
Yeah. But it's the same reason I'm not binge watching House of Cards. I can't with a toddler in the house. So when he goes down for a nap twice a day, I've got to do chores or clean up after him.
Yeah. The
Whatever.
only thing I can say is the first episode of the second season is ridiculously good.
I'm on the third episode of the first season, so I got a ways to go.
All I can say is there's a literal FU at the end of the first episode.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
I love the structure. I like the asides that Spacey does to camera. I think it really adds a lot. And it feels like a perverted Ferris Bueller.
It really does. Like if Ferris Bueller had some things go very, very bad in his life and he became a politician.
That would be interesting for season 3, actually.
The backstory.
Get into it, and then we realize that he's actually Ferris Bueller. He just changed his name, moved to DC, got into politics.
That would be an interesting little. There's so many jokes that work for the second season, but I can't say any of them because they're all spoilers.
That's what's impressive to me about the show is it's so serious and intense and backhanded, but it's still funny. I don't know if that makes me a bad person for finding it funny or if it's just naturally genius.
Yeah, you watch it and you're like, these people are the worst human beings in politics, yet I kind of want them to succeed.
Yeah.
It's probably my Kevin Spacey bias, don't get me wrong, but still, I watch it and be like, yeah, do it. Come on, screw him over.
Which is a product of the asides.
Yeah. Well, this is his story, so you are going to root for him somewhat.
Yeah. But I can't wait to watch more of it and get caught up with you. What was the other movie that we're talking about? Safety Not Guaranteed.
Yeah. That was a surprise little movie.
Yeah. I was expecting a kind of a stupid cornball comedy, and it had heart.
Yeah. I do like the is it, isn't it the whole way through the movie.
Like K-Pax.
Yeah.
Another Spacey reference. Go Spacey.
Yeah, the one that everybody hates.
I loved it.
I did too, but everybody's like, oh my god, that movie was ridiculous. And I'm like, well, you just didn't get it.
It's the perfect movie. It's got Jeff Bridges, Kevin Spacey. It's sci-fi oriented. It has the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest vibe. I don't know how anybody can hate it.
Yeah, well, most people don't like it because of the ending, because it doesn't have it wrapped up in a nice, pretty little bow.
Yeah, but you think more people would be used to that by now? Because that wasn't a new concept when that movie came out.
I'm trying to remember what else came out that year. You know what? That was way too long ago.
I don't remember what year that came out.
Does that mean we're getting old?
Maybe. I think if you can remember playing the Nintendo Entertainment System when it was new, you're probably old by now.
I don't even remember when we got it. It was like, I just remember it being in my house.
Well, you have older siblings, so that was a given.
Yeah. Like, I don't remember when it came to the house. I don't remember when it was set up. I don't remember when we bought games for it. It's just games magically appeared, and I played them.
For me, it was Super Nintendo. And I didn't even have it. I had to go over to the friend's house to play it.
I went from the Nintendo to the PlayStation. That's how big of a jump I had.
I went from an Atari from a garage sale to PlayStation.
Oh, damn. You win.
No, it's not a contest. I never played the PlayStation much. My parents got it for me because the Lost World game was on it. So that was the first.
The first game you got was a shitty game.
Yeah, it was the first game. I guess like when I got Sega Genesis at some point, the first game I had was, God, what was something surfer dude. Some game about a hippie surfer that just kind of floated around and jumped over shit like Mario.
Oh, I don't even remember, but I know the game you're talking about.
Yeah. And then, of course, jump to PlayStation, and it's the Lost World game where you're spending the first 15 levels wandering around as a compy. It's like, what the fuck? This
Then you
This
realize
sucks.
that was our first experience with video game movies and how shitty they are.
Yep.
Because none of us got the E.T. video game.
Right. Yeah, it was a little before our time.
Yeah.
But my, how we have wandered off topic. Back to Netflix.
Right. Safety not guaranteed. Because we got back to K-Pax, to the video games, now we're back to safety not guaranteed.
Vicious Circles.
Well, the other thing I've been watching is Chuck since they put the entire season on.
That was a good show.
A lot of people don't like the ending. I like the ending.
I like the ending itself, but the first half of the season doesn't feel like it earned that ending.
True. It could have been drawn out for another season, but they probably didn't have it. Kind of like Dollhouse, where the second season of Dollhouse, they just threw everything at you at once.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, would have been an awesome show had it not just all been condensed into one season, essentially.
Yeah, that got pretty confusing at the end. Like, oh, so what? We're 5 years in the future and shit's gone to hell. It's Terminator. What's going on? I don't know.
Wait, why is he a bad guy now?
Yeah. Why is the bad guy the good guy? But it's got Felicia Day. Yay!
That was the best part.
Yeah, it was.
That and Summer Glau.
Yep. Even though she died.
Yeah, horribly.
Spoilers. Sorry if nobody's watched Dollhouse. But Summer
I think
Glau
there's got to be
dies.
at least a moratorium on that one by now. Yeah.
I know you'd think. But with all the people bitching about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on TV, there's clearly a huge majority of people who have never watched a Joss Whedon show. So they don't understand, they don't have the presence of mind that every first season for him was a slow burner.
Yeah.
Even though he's not directing every episode or writing every episode, it's still the Joss Whedon camp, and he created it and got it to pilot and what have you. He's set the tone. So it's a slow burner. It's going to come down to...
Somebody's going to die.
Yeah, everybody's going to... Well, of course. It's Joss Whedon. But it's going to get down to the season finale, and everybody's going to be going, oh my god, I can't believe I hated on this show for however many months. This is the best thing since sliced bread. I can't wait for season 2.
I've missed like probably 4 weeks, but I'm more going to say the person that's probably going to die is the British scientist kid.
The British woman or the Scottish guy?
Oh, Scottish dude, yeah. It's a British woman, Scottish dude. The Scottish dude's going to die.
Yeah, Fitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
They're putting too much storyline into him. He's a secondary character with too much storyline. He's going to die first.
Yeah, and they already teased Simmons' death that she came back from. So it's not going to be her.
Yeah.
And obviously it's not going to be Coulson, because he's already died once.
Yeah. Well, he could still be dead. We all know.
Could be a robot.
Hmm.
Or a clone.
Oh my god, there's a storyline. Maybe he's Vision.
There was something about Vision that came up the other day.
Because they're making the Ant-Man, which Ant-Man makes Ultron, doesn't he?
In the comics, not in the movies. Tony Stark makes Ultron in the movies.
Oh. Lame.
Yeah.
Then why are they making the Ant-Man movie? What's the point then?
Yeah, and the main Ant-Man, Hank Pym, is Michael Douglas, so he's old. They're going to backtrack, I assume they're going to backtrack in flashbacks and show Ant-Man as the world's superhero between Captain America and the rise of Iron Man.
Oh, okay.
So he's kind of the retired superhero, super genius, and then Paul Rudd is the new Ant-Man.
I thought Simon Pegg was slated too. This shows you how long I haven't been. This shows you how much I'm not keeping up on it. I thought Simon Pegg was Ant-Man.
No, that was a rumor back in 2009.
Really? Was it that long?
Yeah, it's been that long.
Damn.
I think we had just moved to Maryland, and that came up on the internet when we got the internet hooked up. And I think you and I were both in the computer room like, oh my god, that would be awesome. And then nothing came of it.
That sucks. So Netflix, what else is there?
We should probably actually talk about Safety Not Guaranteed.
Yeah, we keep talking about it and then going away abruptly.
Just shows our passions. We want to get back to the comic movies and the super nerd stuff, but let's focus on this and get through it. Safety Not Guaranteed. Good movie. I liked it.
Yep. Great movie.
Plus it has Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah. She gets my things a moving.
Your inner clockwork ticking.
Yeah. I'm trying to be polite here. I just don't want to come out and say, like, her sarcasm gives me a raging hard on.
Well, you there went and done it, so it's out there. Now I know it gives you wood, and I'm never going to be sarcastic with you again. Because that's creepy.
It's her voice. It's not you. It's not sarcasm in general. It's just her.
Her snarky tone.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
What else is there? Samurai Champloo. That's a good show on Netflix. They got the entire run on there.
There's lots of stuff that just about all of our viewership has seen, or listenership has seen. I gotta believe everybody who listens to this has seen Samurai Champloo and Cowboy Bebop, and
which is not on Netflix, which pisses me off.
Yeah, but that's okay because we have the DVDs.
No, you have the DVDs.
Oh, you never got the DVDs?
No.
Oh, I pirate them.
Yeah. Pirating is illegal. You should not pirate. We do not condone piracy. Probably gonna do it later though.
Pirating is okay as long as you turn around and purchase what you view. Unless it absolutely sucks, then they deserve to put their crap out there for people to watch for free.
I view it as a trial run. If I like it, I'll spend money on it.
Yeah.
If your shit sucks, you don't deserve my money.
Exactly.
And then I also pay for Netflix, so they're still getting my money anyway.
Yeah. But Netflix is worth paying for, just for the options. Call. Did you ever get a chance to watch that?
No, I never got a chance to.
Everybody should watch that movie.
What's it about? Give me the synopsis, sell it to me.
Okay, real quick breakdown. It's a documentary. There's this alcoholic who got in a fight in a bar once because he was a cross-dresser, and these guys beat the shit out of him so bad that he got brain damage. And when he got out of the hospital, to cope with not knowing who he was or what he had been, he starts buying up these super articulated, like World War II dolls, and he builds himself a bar in his backyard, a little dollhouse bar, and he goes about photographing this made-up storyline that he's created in his head to compensate for what he's lost from his brain.
Huh.
And it's much more in-depth and heady and heartfelt than that little synopsis made it sound, but that's the bullet point gist of it. It's really worth watching.
Yeah, like when you're saying cross-dressing in a bar, I thought it was the story of Mike Mitchell.
I don't even have a retort to that. That was so out of nowhere. Oh, Mikey, we love you. We know you're listening.
Everybody else is, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
One person's going to be pissed off at that comment.
Yeah, and it won't be Mike.
Yeah. Alright, so I think we're off the Netflix topic.
Yeah, that's safely done. Okay, so next topic. What do you want to bring up?
We should talk about how the fact that I just switched over from an Android phone.
How you liking that?
The Windows Phone, I honestly believe it would be outselling everything if the marketplace didn't blow balls.
I agree, and I have no frame of reference because the only smartphone I've had so far is the Windows Phone. And it's been frustrating to start with a Windows Phone because you see all this crap on TV and social media. Like, get this app, partake in this contest with your Android or iOS provider. It's like,
yeah. Fuck, I can't do that. It's the only infuriating part to it. But I love the design. I love the UI. It's very speedy for the lack of hardware that's actually in it in comparison to an Android phone.
Oh, you've not noticed any bugs with yours yet, have you?
Not really, no. Other than, like, music play takes a minute to actually get going, but...
Yeah, that faults my phone, too. Which model did you get?
The 928.
Okay. I have the 822, and this thing is just loaded with bugs.
8.1 I'm excited for. You might not get the update because you got the older style phone.
Mm-hmm. It's been longer than a year and a half for me. So I think come September I'll be getting... So no, almost a year and a half. I'll be getting the new phone in September. Be upgrading that.
The exciting news, though, is their version of Siri, which will be Cortana. The actual voice actress as well. I mean, that's going to be awesome. And from what I keep reading up on it, it's going to have different variations to the same answer, so it's going to be more fluid, more conversational-wise than it is like Siri, where it's, I do not have an answer.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
But yeah, the marketplace, it blows. There's no way around it.
There's very little options for freebies. I found anyway. Granted, there's not a lot of apps and games that I go out of my way to look for, but it seems like with Apple and Android, you get more quality options that are freebies in their marketplace as opposed to Windows, where you kind of get the 2 and 3 star reviewed crap that loaded with ads and and just crashes on you every few minutes.
There's so much backlash over that free-to-play stuff now.
How so?
Well, Candy Crush is going public because it's making so much freaking money off of people being stupid and be like, oh, I can't beat this level. I'm going to pay 99 cents to do this.
Right.
Or Angry Birds, the new Go one. You could buy the most powerful vehicle in there right off the bat, but you had to spend like $149 for a free game.
Yeah. I'm glad I avoid it. My personality is so addictive.
We don't have the options on a Windows phone.
What's the best free game you've gotten so far?
I would have to say the Game Boy Advanced emulator.
Is that the one you sent me?
Yeah.
I downloaded it and installed it, but I haven't gotten anything for it yet. Just the demo game, the rabbit jump thing that is in there.
Yeah, it's just to show you that it works, essentially. But no, it works. Go and legally purchase your ROMs somewhere if you can find a legal place to find them. I don't think there is a legal place to find ROMs anymore.
No.
But yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics right there is the only game you really need.
Oh, I'm sold. I missed that game.
Mm-hmm.
Go find that now.
It's such a great waste of time, and you can save any time because of the emulator crap. Anyway, we're dating ourselves again.
Yeah, no shame in that. I'm proud of my age. We're both over 30. We're officially in that age bracket that is no longer trusted by hippies. If you're part of our parents' generation, anyway.
We are the hippies, aren't we?
We're the hippie babies. We're that awkward age group that came between hippies and hipsters.
Yeah. I forget what our generation is. Generation who gives a crap.
Yeah.
Man, we are all over the place. Welcome to every conversation Keith and I have ever had in our friendship.
What, about how old we are?
No, about how all over the place we are. You know what? I really like living in this area. Hey, we should go skydiving.
Individually, we're okay, but combined, we have, like, ADD Tourette's or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, hey, you want to watch this on Netflix? Yeah, sure, let's go get comics. Hey, a squirrel!
Ooh, I could make this into a sword.
That's probably the only lengthy thought process we've ever had together. Weapons.
How to make a cardboard box into a sword? No, how to turn a golf club into a sword.
It's the only thing that can hold our focus for more than 15 minutes.
Weaponry. So what were the,
Oh, hey! Another example of our wandering mindset. Have you seen Knights of Badassdom?
No?
It's a LARP movie with a midget.
Go on.
I've already sold you, I can tell. It's on iTunes, and you can download it, video on demand, and it's starting to play in theaters across the country. It's just about a group of nerds that LARP, and they're helping this friend of theirs get over breaking up with a girl. They inadvertently release a demon, a succubus, in the middle of a LARP campaign, and then they have to deal with it by using metal music. And it has Summer Glau, so if that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will.
I was sold at midget, but Summer Glau is just kind of icing on the cake.
And it's not just any midget. It's Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage? Nice! Yeah. All right, yep, I'm watching it. For some reason, I immediately pictured him, too. I immediately pictured him. Yeah.
He's not just any midget, either. He's a stoner midget.
So, kind of a stretch role for him.
Yeah. Who dies while he's under the influence of mushrooms.
Aw, that's a horrible way to die.
Yeah, but he doesn't stay dead, so I can say he dies without actually spoiling anything.
That's good.
Because it's a movie about a succubus, so naturally just about everybody in the movie dies anyway. You know that going in.
Yeah. It was a surprise when I liked, too, speaking of, like, really underrated ones. It was Video Game High School. Did you see that one on Netflix? I'm going back to Netflix now, because fuck you.
No, I haven't.
You remember Freddie Wong? He does a whole bunch of those YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's his crew making like a mini or a TV show, but it's based around a high school where pretty much reading and writing and arithmetic are all like taking a backseat to playing video games.
Sounds promising.
Yeah, there's no sports team. Their sports teams are clans who fight each other in video games. It's great. It's very, very, very campy, but surprisingly fun to watch.
How long's that been on?
Right now they're doing a Kickstarter for the 3rd season.
Oh.
If you don't like campy, do not watch it.
I'm definitely checking it out. Right when we get done with this podcast, I'm going to go check it out.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that's right. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah, there's people actually listening to us, maybe. Like 7.
Yeah. Hopefully one of them is Mike.
Oh, I know one of them's Mike. He's waiting with anticipation. He asked us to talk about mobile phones. We talked about mobile phones. He's going to be listening. Hopefully he makes it past the drag queen comments.
Oh, he will. But the mobile phones, yeah. I might switch back to Android afterwards because I miss my apps.
So you love the functionality and the strength and the speed, but...
I love almost everything about it, but it's just a barren wasteland of apps. Hopefully it starts to gain speed. Like, it's gaining market share as far as how many phones are out in the wild, so hopefully it'll start picking up soon.
On this episode of David Attenborough's Wild, watch the Windows 8 phone frolic. Look at it bounce through the field.
Oh, it's got a phone call.
Watch it graze upon its data.
What's this? It's posting a status update in Facebook, which it just got.
Yeah, their Facebook app blows.
It's not horrible. But yeah, when your marketplace just gets the Facebook app, like, months ago, you know something's not right.
I have the Flashlight app, and I'm good.
The Flashlight app is amazing.
I'm good with that. And the Sky Map, but you had that on Android.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason I got the Sky Map on Windows, because I remembered you being like, ooh, look at this. Look, I can see all the stars, and you can't because you have a crappy phone. It's like, fuck you, Elkie. Well, now I got it too.
I'm downloading a Sky Map right now because I did not realize there was one. Holy crap, there's a Sky Map.
Oh, yes, I really wanted to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. You saw the trailer?
Yes, yeah.
What do you think?
I have zero back knowledge to Guardians of the Galaxy other than the fact that I know it's directly going to be tied into the new Avengers. Mainly because of, spoiler alert, what happened at the end of Thor.
Right. Yeah, with the Collector.
Or like the after credit Thor with the Collector, yeah.
Yeah, and his reference to the Infinity Gauntlet, and then you see Star-Lord in the trailer grabbing what some say might be another Infinity Stone.
Isn't it supposed to be the Infinity Crisis is what they're doing?
It seems to be working up to that, yes. But overall, I'm in largely the same boat as you. I mean, I have some backstory with the Guardians comic. I never read the current run with this set of characters, Star-Lord and everybody. I read a couple issues when it first came out back in the late 80s, early 90s with a previous team. But for the most part, I know vaguely who the characters are. I know who Star-Lord is. And watching the trailer, I think that might be a blessing. I don't know anybody who is familiar with the comics who's disappointed by any means, but I'm definitely super excited for this movie. I think it's the first.
Like the guard at the very beginning of that when he's like, "I'm Star-Lord," and he's who? That would be me. I'd be going, who?
I think my favorite part of why I'm so excited about this movie, more than any other Marvel movie, barring the Avengers stuff, is it just me, or does it feel so rich with the nostalgia of the 80s sci-fi movies? Last Starfighter, Flight of the Navigator, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Oh, I'm so excited.
That song was actually pretty cool too.
Yeah. I never liked that song until I saw it in that trailer. It worked so well.
Was that wasn't the original by any stretch of the imagination, I don't believe.
No, it was, but they added the extended drum beat in the middle to preview the action.
And then, a squirrel firing a machine gun on the back of his tree. I mean, how awesome is that?
It's a raccoon.
Whatever.
No, you don't insult Rocket Raccoon. He's kind of been the redheaded stepchild of Marvel for a while, but they finally made him look cool, so I'm game.
Yeah, hopefully it'll work out well.
Oh, I know it's going to work out well. James Gunn, with jokes written by Joss Whedon.
True.
And the dude from Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
And it's got...
The CG looked really good.
It's got Karen Gillan.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. Go back and rewatch the trailer a couple times in slow-mo.
I'll watch anything with Karen Gillan in slow-mo.
Yeah, me too. The bald blue chick is Amy Pond.
No shit.
Yeah, that's her.
I will have to do that.
She's the villain.
Oh, nice. So is this why she shaved her head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk about commitment.
Yeah. Her beautiful red hair.
It grows back.
Yeah, I cried a little.
I kind of did too.
Speaking of trailers, let's talk about that Game of Thrones trailer.
Oh, the one with the Lord cover?
Yes. Oh my god. I found it through on Twitter. I was just kind of working through it, and I saw Zachary Levi's tweet on it. He's like, I think I just messed my pants. That's the exact same feeling I had when I watched that trailer.
Yeah, me too. I found it on the YouTube app on PlayStation. I think it's probably had to have been the day it uploaded. And Carol was playing on her phone, and she's the Game of Thrones fan in the household. I mean, I've had to warm up to it. But she's playing on her phone, she's trying to talk to me. I'm like, shh, there's a new trailer. And then she looked up from her phone, she's like, ooh, and she threw the phone on the other side of the couch, and she was just as engrossed as I was. And
she threw the phone through the window. Just get that thing away from me.
Damn close. If it bounced off the pillow in the wrong way, it would have at least smacked the window. But yeah, she literally threw the phone. She was very excited. She's the Game of Thrones fanatic. I've had a love-hate relationship with it for the first 3 seasons. Not the first season. I love the first season. But 2 and 3, it's the same problem I had with reading Lord of the Rings. Like, we have to endure how many pages and chapters of this one boring set of characters to get to the good stuff? Come on already.
Well, then I want to watch. I want to be surprised by the show, but I don't want to read the books. I want to, but I don't want to just because I want the show to progress how I like my shows to progress, where I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Yeah. There was a photo posted to Twitter probably a month after the Red Wedding in season 3. And the caption was to the effect of, oh, your favorite character died? Well, look at this. And it was just the book edge on, and it had Post-it notes. It's like half of a pad of Post-it notes throughout this one book, and said, these are all character deaths. Here's what you have to look forward to.
That's for the next season?
I don't know if it was for the next season or the season after. I don't know how many books there are. I tried to read the first book, and it bored me.
There's one character I want to die, and that's the character everybody wants to die.
Joffrey.
Exactly. And I want Arya to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I want Arya to kill everybody, but I also want Daenerys to kill everybody, and I also want Brienne of Targ to kill everybody, and
Daenerys is pretty cool. But I think her character might go kind of bonkers. It just seems like that might be leading that way. Like, it's a family trait of mental illness, and it just hasn't shown up in her yet. But it's slowly going that way.
I kind of hope and speculate and wish that it'll get to a point where Jon Snow and Daenerys, their paths will converge and they'll team up and just kind of...
Have sex.
Well, yeah, that's kind of a given.
It is kind of boobs with the chance of dragons.
Yeah, exactly. But I want them to meet up and just kill everybody. With Arya kind of taking over the Brienne of Targ role of uber Amazon warrior bitch.
Yeah, and Bran's going to do something interesting. Now that we discovered he's a warg. Sorry for spoilers.
Oh, I totally forgot about him.
If you haven't seen it now and you're a fan of it, sorry, but screw you.
Spoiler alert, Heisenberg dies.
Wow, I can't think of anything else now.
Have I successfully derailed it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Sweet. Mission accomplished. And I didn't even set out with that mission. Extra accomplished.
It was a hidden achievement. Oh, I'm sorry for you. Trophy.
Well, actually, I think that'll do it for this episode. We've surpassed the 1 hour mark, and I think I hear my kid waking up in the background.
Sorry, that was me. I farted.
And on that note, thank you for listening to this episode. We will be back whenever we're back.
Bye.
Gather around. Please pay attention. I think they'd like to thank you for your time. We're coming to a close, but problems have arose. Apparently there's parts of me that stick around too long.